In this presentation, we're going to give you an overview of Swimage Attune EPM. So what is Swimage? Swimage is an advanced software solution for PC lifecycle management, security enforcement, and recovery. Swimage falls within three main categories: flexible PC lifecycle, security compliance and enforcement, and automated disaster recovery. Swimage's business value comes in four parts. We reduce IT expenses mainly through automation. Almost everything we do is fully automated, and it's an intelligent automation to make sure that what you had, rules you apply, are what actually gets applied. Swimage also improves performance. It improves performance of the devices because they simply run better when swimaged and maintained with Swimage. It also reduces the downtime for individuals because Swimage can recover a system in a matter of minutes without having to ship PCs and without having to have even desk-side support. Swimage also maintains security and compliance. You set up the configuration rules. This is how our systems need to look. Swimage will not only alert on it, but also remediate and automatically fix anything that gets out of compliance. And Swimage finally ensures business continuity. It can have everything ready in the event of a catastrophe and rebuild a single PC or an entire organization in a matter of minutes to the exact specs of what's required, including data, settings, configuration, even if that PC is completely remote. Swimage is designed to be a PC lifecycle cradle-to-grave maintenance solution. So with Swimage, you can purchase a machine, you do the provisioning within Swimage, so a machine just simply needs to be shipped and powered on. It will build itself. Over time, it will monitor it. You can do all your OS upgrades with Swimage. Any issues can be automatically repaired. It can do a recovery and a replace of that system. And when it's finally ready to dispose of the machine, Swimage can migrate all the information from old PC to new PC. Swimage is also a key part of your incident response process. Swimage can be enabled by preparing the system very easily, and it can automatically start monitoring every PC. It will analyze any anomalies and anything that gets out of compliance. If something does happen, Swimage can pick up and recover the system either through micromanagement of running actions, installing applications, removing components, or do full system recovery, and gives you an enormous amount of data so that you can adapt for the next response, and allows for a snapshot of all of your systems in the event of an incident that allows you to do deep dive forensics on that system. Swimage is also the best tool on the market for full disaster recovery. It is the only solution out there that contains all the information to fully rebuild the system and caches it locally and keeps that updated over time. In the event of a catastrophe, you can rebuild an entire enterprise. You do this in 3 easy steps. You'll activate, you'll distribute, and then you can be ready for recovery. Swimage works best if Swimage is installed in advance so they can detect exactly what's on the machine and be ready with all the different bits, ready to deploy that machine and rebuild that machine to the exact specifications required in your organization as that PC was originally built. In the event of a catastrophe and you don't have Swimage, Swimage can still come in and recover your systems at a very base level, and it can still do that very, very rapidly and fully automated. Swimage does this all through information assembly, and this is an intelligent process that allows Swimage to take and collect all the information so you're ready to deploy. It starts out with analyzing the system, creating a basic baseline based on your company's global rules, templates, application matching configurations, configuration matching, and custom configurations. It then will install the agent and start collecting all the information so it can map out exactly what it needs to do. It uses provisioning intelligence to create a future state to identify which drivers, images, features, application settings, so forth, are required on every single machine. And then it goes and distributes all this information locally specific to that device. So if the machine requires Windows 10, it will download the Windows 10 bits. Same thing with Windows 11 or drivers or applications. It only downloads what's necessary to rebuild that system. And then as it's ongoing, it runs a constant validation to validate that that machine is always up to date and it's always valid and secure. And then finally, if you're ever ready to deploy, this can be done fully automated. It can be triggered. It can be self-service. You can push it from the portal. It does take that snapshot, and when it's finished, it will be completely login ready. As part of its intelligent provisioning, Swimage uses hyperautomation for this recovery process. It takes the information components we gathered in the previous slide. It then builds the deployment stack. The deployment stack contains all the information from the bottom to the top, including your physical hardware information, your BIOS, your partitioning information, OS, imaging, customizations, applications, all your data, and finally individual settings and personality. Then when it comes to actually rebuilding, it can be done through a triggered event. It will lock the PC, validate all your components. It will back up your system, back up your data, do that full snapshot. It will apply your deployment stack, join the domain, validate integrity, restores all your data, restores all your personality, finally unlocks the system, and the goal here is fully comprehensive, fully ready, log in, you continue doing your operations very easily. It gets to the users back working very, very quickly, even in the worst case system disaster. Besides the intelligent provisioning, Swimage also has the ability to do role-based template layering provisioning using roles and templates to assign to PCs that don't exist currently in your environment or to apply to an existing environment so that you get control of all of your provisioning of all your systems. Swimage has some incredibly powerful capabilities, anywhere from provisioning and deploying new systems, replacing hardware with information transfer, old PC to new PC, monitoring all devices from a single portal, store hardware and software inventory, alert on compliance variances, remotely distribute software actions or policies, immediately remediate issues when triggered, maintain baseline configurations, maintain all data, settings, security, and personality. It can run remote and/or completely offline, allow for self-service repairs, take a full disk snapshot for re-imaging, recover a system or thousands in under an hour. A few of the Swimage features that we have include an encryption handler. It can detect any type of encryption, keep a PC encrypted through an entire migration. It can do full offline recovery. It has a full disk snapshot capability. It can roll back a PC in 2 minutes. It has a pre-deployment validator to make sure all the bits are ready and intact. It has a lock system so that you cannot hack into the system. It has a driver interrogator to extract live drivers off of a system. It also has the final provisioning engine. Some of the other capabilities include direct data transfer, local recovery. We have a Swimage conductor with the intelligence behind the actual deployment itself. We have a real-time dashboard, post-deployment process to allow users to pick their keyboard, languages, etc. We have a Swimage Assist tool that will allow for technicians to troubleshoot any issues on the system. We have deployment activities reports, and we have a Swimage Cloud portal. A little more on the Swimage Value: full PC lifecycle management, asset monitoring, maintaining PC health, compliance enforcement, automated remediation. We do this with minimal support costs, minimal shipping cost. Positive user experience is a goal of ours. We want to do remote self-service. We want to maintain encryption. We want to protect and control all data regardless of where it's located, and we can scale to very complex environment. Some of the use cases we have include repairing PC issues, removing malware, migrate physical to virtual, manage remote worker PCs, deploy PCs via self-service, replace PC hardware and application transfer, recover from blue screen of death, keep PCs compliant, and we can do Azure AD migrations. We can migrate, patch, upgrade operating systems, apply Windows features upgrades, remove Microsoft bloatware, migrate domains, mergers, or divestitures, mass provisioning and deployments. We can change encryption, and we can do this on remote and disconnected devices. We're very strong in domain migrations. We can handle any type of domains going from on-prem to Azure AD, or we can handle any hybrid in between. We have the asset management portal that gives you all asset monitoring, remote servicing, a real-time status. It handles information by location, OS, and model. It gives you information about a PC's health, compliance, and all security alerts, and it also gives you deployment stats over time. We also have the configuration console. The configuration console is where you build all the intelligence around what is going to actually be provisioned, including your image, OS components, customizations, hardware drivers, applications, data migration rules, languages, templates, roles, future states, builds your WinPE media, handles all your architecture, your distribution, provisioning, and your Attune builds. On the client side, you have the Swimage agent. This has a lot of power and intelligence behind it. It runs all your asset inventory, compliance rule processing and handling, remote tech support from this tool, software patching installation to be handled, has intelligent provisioning. It can allow you to rebuild a PC at any time, even if it's completely offline. And the Swimage Assist tool, which is our SWAT, allows for self-service. To summarize, Swimage gives you flexible, modern desktop management, allows for automation of provisioning, repair, recovery, placing, upgrades, and migrating. It is very easy to implement. It is a matter of hours. You can get it fully installed on your system, and it can support thousands of PCs with only one person. It runs standalone, or you can fill all the autopilot gaps. It integrates with anything Microsoft. It also can allow you to keep control of all your PC information and data. We don't have requirements that you have to store data in the cloud, although we do support that. We also don't require any type of identity management in the cloud as well. You can also contain that within any type of system, including localized domain controllers. We do remote management, self-service, and recovery, maintain all the device encryption at all times, and we manage all of your PCs. We don't use the 80-20 rule. We want even the far hardest to reach PCs to be managed, not just that general 80%. We have compliance enforcement. We enforce any policy and take actions based on defined rules. We can lock a PC, re-image it, recover it, repair it, patch it. Anything you need to do on a PC, we can do that, either automated, completely remote. We are zero trust security enabled. We also ensure business continuity with automated disaster recovery. We can recover an entire organization's devices simultaneously with zero touch, tier 0 or tier 1. We can rebuild and recover from all known good sources in minutes, and then we can do that completely remote. Reinstall and approve all apps, restore all data, all settings, get that machine back operational very quickly. Swimage does a full disk snapshot of the devices, and you can use that for forensics. Swimage is a fantastic tool. This series of tutorials will be used for you to continue to explore what Swimage can do, and also give you some information about all the how-tos in everything Swimage so you can get the most out of the tools. I hope you enjoyed this series. Thank you.